Look, I know I criticize Bellingham. I criticize him because I never understood. I never saw.
But he gets in clutch though.
He's clutch.
Yeah.
He's clutch. I'll hold my hands up. I'm a Barca fan. I'll hold my hands up and say he's there when you need him.
He comes in when you need him.
You know?
100%. Yeah.
If you're a Madrid fan, let's put the bias aside.
Yeah.
Put the fries in the bag. Let's talk about what actually happened, what we actually all saw. That was not a penalty. It was given. Mbappe took it properly and he finished it. Fair.
Yeah.
Like, all that's fair. Like, he scored. You can only score what you can, chances you get.
Yeah.
But it's not fair that you get given chances on the silver platter. Hello, guys, and welcome to M2B.
M2B, welcome.
I know it's been a while. I don't know, we don't do videos weekly or daily like all the other channels, but, we got a life.
Yeah, we got a life. I mean,
we got to maintain it and we got to pay bills. So we're doing this weekly and we try to do it as often as we can. So if we don't post something when we should, just know we're just trying to survive.
We're just trying to survive, man. We're trying to go day by day.
Keeping our head above water.
Yeah, man. But we promise to bring more content for you guys.
Yes,
and
we do.
obviously there's been an international break.
Yeah.
But now that that's kind of out of the way.
Yeah. There's going to be games on.
There's going to be games on. There's going to be plenty of footage for us to shoot and talk about. So, you guys just stay tuned, man. Just keep pressing that red button, subscribe, and interact with us.
Yeah, support us,
interact with us, hit that comment like. But anyways, we need to get to the video.
Yeah, let's get into it because Madrid and Atletico Madrid played this morning, and one team specifically that I want to highlight is Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, are they real or are they fake? I would say fake Madrid. That's my take on them.
Fair. But I want to start by saying and giving flowers to Madrid.
Yeah.
Whether they deserve it or not. One thing I'll say is Madrid always find themselves somewhere at the top, second, first of the table, still in the Champions League around this time.
Yeah.
Still fighting for the Copa del Rey. Mm-hmm. Like, they always find at this business end of the season, they find themselves where they need to be.
I know.
And that's a nice place to be around this season because at least now you can choose where to put your energy.
Yeah.
So being second in La Liga is a good place to be because now you can choose, all right, let's switch it on, have a run from now until the end of the season.
They have more options in what they can do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, exactly. And the Champions League, they can choose which title to go for. They can be like, what, fuck La Liga, we're going to focus on the Champions League. Let's put all our eggs in our basket, or at least 11 of them,
Yeah.
So, look. However,
there is a however. Dun, dun, dun.
Real Madrid, I don't know how they do it. They're a rich club.
They are. Wealthy club.
So
powerful.
I won't be arrogant by saying that there's a certain type of player they have on the field that don't wear their colors but somehow plays for them.
You would not be wrong.
The game this morning or last night, wherever you're watching from, there was a game that they played against Leganés.
Leganés.
Yeah.
Leganés.
There was two calls in particular that I did not agree with.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people do not agree with, and they don't see how you could make such a call.
Yeah.
The first one was the penalty.
The penalty, yeah.
Look, some people might say, and I say some, and I mean that by some. Most people will say it's not a penalty. Some might say it's a penalty. But out of those some, most are probably Madrid fans.
Yeah.
But out of those some, you probably have some people that are no biased, but I can see why they gave it.
Yeah.
But for me, I will never see that side of the story because yes, he got the ball first, and I'm talking about Arda Güler. He got the ball first. Yes, there was some sort of contact, but a contact is not always a foul.
Yeah.
Just because someone touched you does not mean
that means it's
a foul. Yeah. So why if I touch you get the ball first and I touch your shirt, well, you're supposed to get a fucking penalty or a free kick or whatever.
No,
you know?
it didn't make sense to me because like reviewing the video, it just seemed like you know what I mean. You're contesting for the ball.
Soccer is a contact sport.
It's
What
a
do you
contact
expect?
sport. It's a little bit. It's a touch, a stumble of footing, and people just getting like tangled in with each other. It wasn't anything where he went in for a purposeful tackle to take him out.
How are you gonna blame someone because they eat more protein than you? Do you know what I mean? Like, the other player was a bit stronger. They came into it wasn't even a collision. I was about to say it wasn't even a collision.
It wasn't even a collision.
They just literally back to back.
Yeah.
And the other player who is less protein somehow found himself on the fucking grass, and somehow the ref is like, you know what? Let's just give it a penalty.
Let's give it a penalty.
You know?
But that's, you know what I mean? Like when we used to play football, our coach always said contest.
Yeah, like
contest for the ball.
You know when you're running side by side with a player and you give him a shoulder.
Give him a shoulder.
It's never a free kick.
Yeah.
You know? So how is that different where they come together? He's trying to get a ball. Yeah. Like you try to, is he supposed to just let him run through the goal?
But you're not
He's trying to get the ball. He doesn't get it. But the bodies collide. Not even, like I keep saying, they collide. They didn't collide. It was just, there was a touch.
It was a touch.
He bumped into his back and he lost balance.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
no protein. And he found himself on the ground. Anyone on the field, look, usually the only way I measure penalties is by saying if this was a free kick anywhere else in the field, then it's a penalty.
Yeah.
This was not a free kick.
Not even a free
if
kick.
This happened in the middle of the field,
no, they'll play
the
on.
ref won't blow it. It's a play on. Just keep playing, nothing happened, nothing to see. Mm-hmm. So for me, that was not a penalty. Yeah. I don't know how you saw it, but for me, it wasn't.
The way I saw it as well, I agree with you. It was not a penalty. I just, like literally, like you said, it was someone who has less protein than the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they ended up on the floor. Lost balance, man. Like it was a fair contest.
Yeah.
He's not going to let him just go past.
Exactly. That's his job. He gets paid to defend.
Yeah, he gets paid millions to defend. He's not going to let him go past. But at the same time, he's not going to risk the chance of his team receiving a penalty, obviously, which they did, which was freaking ridiculous out of this world, or risking getting a booking as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he played it smart. He did the right thing.
Yeah.
The ref did the wrong call.
It was a wrong call. For me, it's our opinion, but I feel like most people would agree.
Yeah.
If you're a Madrid fan, look, let's put the bias aside.
Yeah.
Put the fries in the bag. Let's talk about what actually happened, what we actually all saw. That was not a penalty. It was given. Mbappe took it properly and he finished it.
He finished it.
Fair. Like, all that's fair. Like, he scored. You can only score what you can, chances you get.
Yeah.
But it's not fair that you get given chances on the silver platter.
Yeah.
You know? And from there, I kept watching the match. Leganés got back into it. They were
outplaying them.
Played better football than Madrid. I know Madrid had 70% possession, but when watching the game, you can't see the 7%. Where did the 70% come from?
I know exactly. They might even be tweaking stats too, man. That's what I'm thinking, bro. These guys have
Florentino Perez. He's got deep pockets. So look, I'm putting my bias aside, and all I can say is let's have a fair game.
Yeah. And
Madrid fans would probably say, "Oh, but Barcelona had a penalty in their game," and that would have been a free kick in the middle of the park. Yeah. Was it soft? Yes. And I'm a Barca fan, and I'm ready to admit that was a soft penalty for Dani Olmo. But the only reason I think it might be 50-50 for anyone is because that penalty, that foul, could have been given anywhere else on the field.
In the pitch.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't see why you can contest that. So that's how I measure penalties. Like if you can give that free kick or foul in the middle of the park, if the ref gives it in the penalty spot, I can't argue.
You can't argue it.
Yeah. So anyways, game goes on. Leganés gets back into it 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
And look, I know I criticize Bellingham. I criticize him because I never understood. I never saw.
But he gets in clutch though.
He's clutch. Yeah, he's clutch. I'll hold my hands up. I'm a Barca fan. I'll hold my hands up and say he's there when you need him.
He comes in when you need him.
100%.
Yeah, they needed him at that time. Like when you look at the goal, like I wouldn't say it was the best goal. But the thing about Bellingham,
Yeah.
he's always there at the right time. And that's what he was.
Say. I'll give him flowers. I'll give flowers where they belong. Look, so he came in clutch. He scored the goal that they literally needed.
They needed,
And
he freaking dove for that shit, man.
He went in there.
He dived, bro.
For how many stars are on the boots? All 10 stars went in there. So he went in there. He got the goal, and that kind of like shifted the momentum.
Yeah.
And Madrid started getting back into it. The second half was way better for Madrid than
way better. You started seeing them actually challenging and trying to get it in.
Second goal goes in, fine, fair game, fair goal. Can't criticize.
Can't criticize it at all.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the only goal I think Madrid deserved.
Yeah.
Because the third goal that came in,
that was rubbish.
Okay, before we talk about the free kick or the foul, free kick was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I won't even go as far as saying, because Mbappe has never scored a free kick.
No.
I won't even go as far as saying Mbappe has scored his first free kick. That was not a free kick. Because for me, a free kick is when you kick a dead ball.
Yeah.
But he passed it to, I don't know who it was. I don't know. I can't, I don't want to make up names. He passed it, and then he kicked it.
Yeah.
Passed it, received it, and then finish. For me, that's not a free kick. It's not a dead ball situation.
Yeah.
Great goal. Amazing goal. Mbappe is literally neck and neck with Lewandowski in terms of like getting the Pichichi, the golden, what do you call it? Golden boot?
Golden boot, yeah.
Lewandowski on 23, Mbappe's on 22. I think Mbappe will get the golden boot because the way he has literally caught up to Lewandowski, because Lewandowski was flying, but Mbappe has caught up and he's in a good momentum, and I think he'll finish strong.
Yeah, Mbappe always finishes strong, man. Like when he needs to switch to get those goals in, he will do it.
And I think Lewandowski has gone dry a little bit.
Yeah.
However, the free kick that was given was never a free kick in a million years. The reason I say a million years because soccer or football has changed over the years.
Yeah.
There's certain fouls that are being given now that were not given back 10, 20, 30 years ago.
No way.
But this one here,
this has never changed.
This shit right here?
This shit right here is whack, bro.
That was not a free kick. I don't care who you support. And a majority, even 100% of people would agree with me, that should not have been given as a foul.
I can 100% clarify that should not have been a free kick. Because if that is what football is right now, I'm going to stop watching football. That's how disgraceful that one freaking call was.
Yeah.
They even replayed it in slow motion. Imagine, you don't even need to see it in slow motion to understand it's not.
Full speed, you can just see he got the whole ball and nothing but the ball.
But then they played it in slow motion and you can clearly see he gets the whole ball and the guy trips over him, behind him, after he's already cleared the ball.
Not his fault.
That's not his fault. That is not a free kick, not a foul. No call should ever be made. And what was worse is that
they score from it.
They score from it.
It infuriates me to see that happen in a league that elite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something like that should not be happening in.
Because you go VAR. Because VAR would have been like, by the way, especially if it's a goal scoring opportunity where you get a free kick where it's like 20 yards from the goal. VAR would have been like, maybe check that just in case they score.
Did he got booked for it too?
And he got a yellow card.
He got a yellow card, yeah. He got booked. That's the disgrace, man. Man got booked.
Yeah.
Imagine doing the right thing. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Fans, I'm talking to you personally. You're doing the right thing, but you get in trouble for it. Reminds me of the whole freaking FIFA 20. It was a FIFA 20 FC 24 glitch, bro, where you couldn't. Yeah. Every time you slide tackled, it was.
Bro, we'll get carried away if we go into that because
you have too much.
I've been getting too many red cards in this, FC 25. Literally, I'll pull a shirt and then I get a yellow card, and then before I know it, I pull another one. I'm already off the field. So, anyways, we'll get carried away with that. FIFA, not even FIFA. FC, fix your game. Anyways,
maybe they don't even have to fix it. Maybe that's just what it is right now.
I think that's the new game now.
This is the new game, and this is what we're seeing,
new
man.
generation.
Because
soft.
That shit is ridiculous, man. But
and I want to talk about Atletico Madrid, but there's nothing to say. I think Atletico are out of the race now.
Yeah.
The only thing they can look forward to is the Copa del Rey, which they're versing Barcelona in 4 days.
Yeah. You saying that's what they should look forward to? Or?
That's the only thing they can look forward to.
Yeah, I guess
I'm not saying that's what they should. That's the only thing they can.
I feel like they should be worried about that, though.
Well, I think they are, But Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
If they lose to Barca in the Copa del Rey, the season's over. They need to worry about finishing top 4 because they've dropped so many points in the last 5 games. They're getting caught up.
Yeah.
They're no longer worrying about getting to the top. They worry about not finishing top 4. Because you go Atletico Bilbao catching up, Real Betis catching up. So they need to worry about those two rather than worrying about finishing top. Because if Barca win their game against Girona, they'll go 9 points ahead of Atletico Madrid.
Damn.
And 6 points ahead of Madrid.
They were having a run.
They were. But yeah, it's all for Atletico. Unless by some, weird, chance they beat Barca, then the season's over. They spent a lot of money.
They sure did.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll leave that one there. And we might record something after this. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, I just had to get that out there because I was frustrated watching the games. There was the FA Cup, but there's not really much to say there.
Yeah, man. Look, for me, Real Madrid, I can't call them real until they prove to me they can actually win a game without using the 12th player. You are now known to me as Fake Madrid. So
yeah,
Fake Madrid FC. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your season. I hope you guys can actually get rid of that 12th player because
play fair. 11 versus 11.
11 versus 11.
It's not even 12. It's probably like 15 because they got like the linesmen.
Yeah, the linesmen.
And the fourth official.
The officials that signed the stats as well, man.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. Anyways,
man.
Thank you for tuning in. Just keep checking the channel. Yeah. You never know what might drop.
You never know, man.
We got shorts as well. Just stay tuned with that. Like, it's some exciting stuff we're posting here and there. So, And don't forget to follow us on TikTok.
TikTok as well. Mental Boys, which is MIIB2.
No.
Oh, no.
It's M-I-I. 2.
Oh, is it M2? Oh, yeah. So it's M2B.
Yeah.
Because I thought I changed it to MII. But anyways, make sure you guys subscribe to all them, follow all them, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.